Says here you were a lawyer. What changed?
How'd the job search go?
Pretty good. Got a few leads.
In this place, they're not exactly what you call security conscious. And that's where you come in.
If our arrangement is to continue, there's a matter we need to discuss.
Do you really want to do this?
Hey guys, Kiwi here. In this video, I'll be breaking down and analyzing the 4th promo trailer for Better Call Saul Season 4, titled You Were a Lawyer. Now, I'm also going to be covering the Season 4 Comic-Con trailer as well, but I wanted to break down these trailers in chronological order. Now, this trailer was originally released exclusively through TV Line for like a week or two, but then it was eventually released on AMC's YouTube channel as well about a week before SDCC. This trailer is an extended version of the original Gainful Employment trailer, so not only is it extended with the first half being entirely new content, but the original part of it has some new clips mixed in there as well. With that being said, a warning of spoilers for everything in the show up to the Season 3 finale, and let's jump right into this. As the trailer starts with someone speaking to Jimmy saying, "You were a lawyer, what changed?" we actually get a shot of Chuck's funeral. I've been talking about this since Season 3 concluded, but now we know for sure that we're definitely getting a Chuck funeral scene like we expected. I'm not too sure how long it'll last, but hopefully there are a few important conversations that happen during it. With people showing up such as Howard, Kim, Jimmy, and even Rebecca, we may have some interesting altercations as far as the different opinions that they may have surrounding Chuck's death. Anyways, after we get a glimpse of the funeral, the trailer then immediately cuts to Kim asking Jimmy how his job search is going. Considering we see Jimmy staying up late on his computer, I assume he's working his ass off trying to find a job. The person asking Jimmy that question at the beginning of the trailer was the guy in that office, most likely interviewing Jimmy for a job at that photocopy place. Now, we all know the reason why Jimmy isn't a lawyer right now, but I doubt he'd really want to bring up his brother Chuck, so I wonder what Jimmy's excuse here is. This is the same person that we hear Jimmy saying his lawyer joke to in the other trailers, and he also talks to him at the end of this trailer as well, but did the interview actually go well? Now, although Jimmy may just be trying to find regular work for himself until he can become a lawyer again, it looks like he may also be doing some scheming as well. We once again see that same clip of what looks like Mike breaking into the photocopy shop as we hear Jimmy saying, "At this place, they aren't exactly security conscious, and that's where you come in." The camera cuts to Jimmy talking to Mike at that coffee shop, and Jimmy points to him. Then the camera cuts to Mike, but he doesn't seem too happy about it. I assume that Jimmy saw some flaws in their security system when he went in for a job interview at the photocopy place, but is he really just planning on ripping them off for the sake of ripping them off because he sees an opportunity? Did they even do anything wrong to him?
Oh, yeah.
So when we start, Jimmy's not practicing law? What is he doing with his time?
He's not allowed to. So yeah, he's kind of going crazy in Season 4 because he's not allowed to practice law. He has to do other things that will look good on his record, his probationary record.
Yeah.
So he has to do things, he has to do something with his time, and it has to look good, but he can't help himself. He gets mixed up in a lot of stuff when he really should just be chilling out.
Alright, moving on, we get a tease of the infamous skull cowboy boots that the Salamanca twins wear as they step foot in the desert, but what are they up to? We see them looking at themselves with their guns out, but they don't seem alerted. We see one picking up a bullet, and I think that he might be investigating the people that ambushed that vehicle that was set on fire, but who did it and why? Well, I think that it was actually Gus's henchmen, Victor and Tyrus. We can see them opening a trunk together, and is that the same vehicle that we see driving away from the car on fire? We also see someone cocking a pistol, and we previously speculated that this might be the same person who shoots out the windows of the vehicle, but in this extended alternate version of the trailer, we actually get a quick shot of what appears to be Tyrus actually shooting out the back window. So that pretty much confirms it in my eyes as to who does it, but whose vehicle is this, and why are Gus's henchmen ambushing it, shooting out the windows, and blowing it up? Well, Hector has been trying to intimidate Gus during Season 3 by not only using him to transport his own drugs across the border, but also by pushing the line as to how much he gets.
Forgot how to count? You get 5. Don Hector gets 6.
Just last season, Victor held a gun to Nacho's face while Tyrus called Gus to confirm that it was okay to give Nacho one more brick of cocaine than they were expecting, because that's apparently what Hector is expecting. Gus said it was alright, but he didn't seem too happy about it. In this trailer, we see another meeting between Hector's men, Nacho and Arturo, along with Gus's men, Tyrus and Victor. We hear what sounds like a gun being cocked, followed by Nacho saying, "Do you really want to do this?" as we get shots of all of them looking around at each other. So is Nacho pushing the line once more? Could this be the reason why Tyrus and Victor go after the vehicle? Shot in the dark here, but we don't see Arturo in Breaking Bad, so could that vehicle possibly be his? Next up, we hear Gus saying, if our arrangement is going to continue, there's a matter we need to discuss, and I believe he's talking to Mike. He'll most likely bring up Hector's incident, and I wonder what Mike will say considering that he wasn't directly involved with it, but he was kind of aware of it. When Nacho told Mike about his plan to switch Hector's pills, Mike checked his gas cap to make sure that Gus wasn't already on to Nacho. Not only that, but he also gave Nacho the advice to switch the pills back after, which is something that Gus definitely noticed. Mike knows that Gus doesn't want Hector dead yet, but Mike let Nacho go through with his plan once he was made aware of it. So, will Gus confront Mike about Hector's incident? If so, will Mike admit to Gus that he was aware of Nacho's plan, or at least that he knows Nacho at all?
You have Gus Fring's respect. I'd want to keep that if I were you.
The guy's story changes every time he tells it.
As of Season 3, although Mike doesn't enjoy leaving a paper trail, he's officially legally employed with Gus through the help of Lydia. She tells him that he has Gus Fring's respect and that it would be in his best interest to keep it. This piece of dialogue can be taken as a double-edged sword because is it advice or a threat? I take it as at least a warning, but we'll have to wait and see what context their conversation is about. Also, how much more of Lydia will we see this season? Will Mike and Gus be having meetings with her regularly? Maybe we'll see more behind the scenes as far as Lydia and Gus, or will we only see her once or twice as Mike meets with her to finalize and iron out the kinks in his new job position? So after we see Lydia speaking to Mike in the trailer, it then cuts to a shot of Gus in a vehicle, and then it cuts to Mike saying that his story changes every time he tells it. I'm not exactly sure where Mike is or who he's talking about, but he appears to have that same shirt on as he does in the previous promo image and the promo trailer where he appears to be talking to his daughter-in-law about his new job. Is he talking to her here as well, or is this just during the same day? He almost appears to be in that coffee shop he usually meets Jimmy at, but what would he be talking to Jimmy about? And speaking of Jimmy, the trailer actually closes with what appears to be another clip of that interview with the people at the photocopy store like I said earlier.
Strictly gainful employment, and in 10 months, poof, I'm a lawyer again.
Why don't you stop running the game on me and just tell me about the job?
Step into my office.
Fair? Let's talk about fair.
I decide what he deserves.
Stubbornness and persuasiveness are two of my top qualities.
That being said, will he be able to sell himself enough to get a job, or will they maybe piss him off enough where he'll want to send Mike in to rob the store? Or maybe the job interview was only so he could get enough information on the store in the first place, but let me know what you guys think. After this video, I'll be immediately working on and breaking down the Season 4 Comic-Con trailer as well, so look forward to that in the next day or so. I'd appreciate a like on the video if you've enjoyed anything I've said today, as it really helps me out more than you can imagine. Feel free to subscribe for more Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad content in the near future, and if you'd like to take that extra step in helping support my videos, consider checking out my Patreon as well. There's a bunch of different rewards involving the channel, such as a chance to directly influence the videos being produced, link in the description. Also, feel free to follow me on Twitter, link also in the description. I'm fairly active on there as well, even when I'm not posting videos, and I'm always retweeting anything and everything I can involving both the Better Call Saul and Walking Dead universe. Anyways guys, as always, I thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out!